Hey guys, welcome back to another pickups video, this time for the month of June of 2015. And as usual, I'm going to start with the new releases that I picked up during this month. And no surprises here, you can see the game running on the background. I picked up none other than Batman Arkham Knight for the PlayStation 4. And fortunately, the PlayStation 4 version doesn't have any issues. I've read that the PC version has a ton of glitches and things like that, so to the point that it got pulled off the shelves. So fortunately, the PlayStation 4 version runs fine, and you guys know me. If you guys have been following my channel, you'll know that I'm a pretty big Arkham fan, Batman Arkham series fan. I played all of the games in the series so far, and I just love the combat system. And this game is fantastic. You know, the city, Gotham City, in this game is huge. It's a much bigger city, and you can use the Batmobile to travel through it, or you can use the old methods, just jumping from building to building. So I'm having a ton of fun despite being early in the game, and expect to see an impressions video on this. And I had to get this game on day one. I know it's a third-party release, and this will more than likely drop down in price very, very quickly, but I was so excited that I decided to pull the trigger and pay the full price and get this game on day one. And I'm happy I did, because I'm having a ton of fun with this game. So Batman Arkham Knight for the PS4 is the new release that I picked up during this month. And that's really the only new release that I picked up released in the month of June. However, I did pick up a somewhat new release that got released at the end of May. And in my previous pickup video, I said that I was not going to pick this game up anytime soon, but I decided to pull the trigger based on impressions and just reading comments from people that have been playing this game and enjoying it quite a lot. So I decided to, just to bite the bullet and get Splatoon for the Nintendo Wii U. And I'm kind of regretting not getting this game on day one, because this game is fantastic. I'm having a ton of fun playing this game. The online works pretty well. And it's just not a third-person shooter. I'll do an impressions video on this, going over my, my full thoughts on this game. But let me just say, this game is pure fun, and I play games to have fun. So Splatoon is really just a very fresh take on a shooter game. At first I thought, okay, it's going to be like a third-person shooter instead of using real guns. You use this ink shooting weapons, but the ink mechanic offers a whole new layer of depth and variety to the gameplay that it's really unique. I've never played anything like this. The online works great. The single player is a little bit short, but it's a really fun single player campaign. So no regrets picking this game, paying full price for it. And the only regret that I have is not picking this on day one, because like I said, I've been having a ton of fun. I've been playing this for hours upon end, and Splatoon is a fantastic game. So yeah, impressions video coming up for this pretty soon, but pretty happy with that purchase. Now, before I jump into the older releases, I'm going to show two non-game items that are gaming related, obviously. The first of which is a 30th anniversary Super Mario pin that I picked up from Best Buy. All you had to do for this was to go at a certain date to Best Buy and try out Super Mario Maker. They were having like a demo booth. And fortunately for me, one of the Best Buys that is on my way to work had the event. So after work, I just stopped there, and they had a ton of these pens in there. So pretty happy to pick it up. It's a pretty high quality pen, and it was free. So I stopped, and I got my 30th anniversary Super Mario Brothers pin. So pretty happy to have that, and for free, right? Also, I picked up the latest issue of Nintendo Force magazine. I'm not really sure if I showed this already on the previous pickup video, but this one features Splatoon and a bunch of other upcoming games. And it also includes a poster, a Splatoon poster. And like I said, I'm a subscriber. I pledged to the Kickstarter that they had, and it's a very good magazine. Obviously nowadays you can get all your information online, but I still have a lot of fun flipping through this, and it's a very high quality production in my opinion. So happy to have my latest issue of Nintendo Force. Now, jumping back into the PlayStation side of things, I picked up a bunch of PlayStation 4 games that were really cheap, and it's getting fun because now that the PlayStation 4 is, it's an older, it's been out for quite some time. Some of the earlier games are dropping down in price, and you guys know me, I'm a sucker for buying cheap games. So The first that I picked up is Metro Redux. And the reason why I picked this one is because it includes both games, the original Metro Last Light and Metro 2033, I believe it's called. And the first one was not out on PlayStation 3. I did play Last Light on the PlayStation 3. They offer it for free as a PlayStation Plus game. And I do have an impressions video of that game, so if you guys want to check that out, check my older videos. But now it's good to have the physical version, and it's good to have the first game, which was, like I said, previously unplayable for those of us that don't own a Microsoft or a good enough PC to run the game. So pretty happy to have the first game. I'm excited to check it out and see what the story of the first game was all about. And even I'm excited to replay the second one because I had a pretty good time with the other Last Light Metro game. So happy to have two games in one, and I got this for under 20 bucks, so you can't go wrong with that in my opinion. Another game that I was excited to pick this up, it was announced as a launch day title and it got delayed, and then I just lost all hype, and then the reviews came in and they were not that very good. And the general consensus is that it's not a great game. It's a good game, but nothing spectacular. And I'm talking about Watch Dogs. The game finally hit a price point that I was comfortable with. I think I got this for under 10 bucks. So thanks to Best Buy and the Gamers Club Unlock discounts that I have. So yeah, finally I pulled the trigger. I'm not expecting to play this game anytime soon, but I'm curious to see how they recreated Chicago and just the overall hacking mechanic that the game offers. And I'm curious to check this game out, but I'm in no rush. However, I did want to buy it because I don't think it's gonna drop any lower than 10 bucks. And, maybe it will, but 10 bucks, I couldn't say no to this game. So Watch Dogs for the PS4, I'll play it at one point, but I'm happy to have it in my collection. Another, continuing with the PlayStation pickups, this is a Vita game that I picked up also at Best Buy and also for under 10 bucks. And that game is The Wolf Among Us. I don't remember if I showed this on my previous pickup video. I'm getting all mixed up here, but if not, here it is. This is a adventure type of game, also developed by Telltale, which is the developer that does all the Walking Dead games and Sam and Max games and things like that, all the visual adventures, if you want to call them that. So I've heard a lot of good things about this, and they have the Vita version for cheap. So I don't think this is the best version out there. They have a PS4 and a PS3 version as well. But the Vita version was on sale, so I figured these are the type of games that are pretty convenient to have on a handheld. So I decided to pull the trigger and got The Wolf Among Us. So I'll check it out at one point. The next bunch of games are actually games that I picked up a couple of months ago, and for some reason I forgot to show them on my previous pickup videos. And these are all related to farming. These are farming games, and you'll understand when I show you guys. The first one is Rune Factory. This one is titled Ties of Destiny by Natsume. This is for Nintendo Wii, as you can see, obviously. And I got this for $5 at Kmart. For those of you that don't know, here in North America, a bunch of Kmart stores are closing their gaming section. So they were basically clearing out all the games they had, and I was lucky enough to find a copy of this because I don't think this is a very common game for the Wii. Happily for me, I never played a Rune Factory game, so this is my chance to get my feet wet with the series. It's similar to Harvest Moon. It's almost like a farm simulator. You get to run your own farm, you grow your own crops and things like that. But with the added element that this game is more like an RPG type of game where you have to go to dungeons and you have to fight like monsters and things like that in order to get like minerals and materials to craft for things So interesting concept that I really want to see and check out. So happy to get this for $5. Can't beat that. Continuing with the farming theme here, also at Kmart for $5, I got Harvest Moon. This one is titled Animal Parade. I'm not really sure what this game is all about. I know what the game is all about. It's Harvest Moon, you run your farm, you grow your crops and things like that, but it seems to have an added element where you can, I guess, have other types of animals that are not typical of a farm, such as giraffes and elephants and lions, and I don't know, that's what the picture here shows. So I'm not really sure what the game is exactly all about, but you know, it was available for $5, and I'm a pretty big fan of the Harvest Moon games. I greatly enjoyed the one for the Game Boy Color, the one for the Super Nintendo, and the one for the Nintendo 64. And ever since, I haven't really played any of the newer entries, so this is the perfect chance to check out one of the modern Harvest Moon games and see what they're all about nowadays. And continuing with the farming games, yes, I know, I got one more, and this one is Harvest Moon Sunshine Island for the Nintendo DS. Also available at Kmart for $5, and you know, why not go for this? I actually read reviews, and this is supposed to be a pretty solid entry into the Harvest Moon games. So I'm excited to check this one out, and obviously the added benefit of this is that it's a Nintendo DS game, so you can play it on a handheld, and it's very portable and things like that. So happy to have yet another farming game in this pickup video. And to close out my, I guess, physical pickups that I picked up, I have a Ghost Trick, which is a visual novel for the Nintendo DS. And I've heard a ton of good things about this game. A lot of people have this as one of their top Nintendo DS games. It's supposed to be a very, very interesting visual novel with a very interesting story and characters. And this is one of those games that is always fluctuating in price on Amazon.com. So I had my eye set on the game, and a third-party person was selling it for dirt cheap. So decided to pull the trigger and you know, get this game. It's supposed to be really, really good, and I'm curious to check out the story and the characters. So really happy to grab this for a really good price through Amazon. So that's the end of my physical releases. As far as digital games, the usual suspects, the PlayStation Plus games. Drive Club was finally released. It's almost like a miracle, but Drive Club for the PlayStation 4, which was one of the most controversial games to be released due to glitches, and their online mode was broken. And it took them, I guess, almost a year to fix and finally release the free PlayStation Plus version. And it's a true shame that they took so long, because that was my parameter to try out the game. I really wanted to test out the PlayStation Plus version, and I played just a few races, and I'm really liking the game to the point that I will probably be buying the full game. So it would have been interesting if Sony, you know, released the Plus version earlier in the lifetime of the game. I think it would have helped sales quite a bit. And I know for a fact that I'm going to get the full game at one point or another. I'm not in a rush, but I'm having a ton of fun with the digital version of the game. So definitely looking forward to picking the full version up. And the graphics are great, and the gameplay is just a great mix and balance between a sim and an arcade racer. And you know, the interiors of the cars are very detailed, and I'm not very much into racing games anymore like I used to, but this game kind of like woke that I guess liking towards racing games that I used to have. So again, I'll pick up the full version at one point or sooner than later. Another game, PlayStation Plus game that I've been playing that I got for free, obviously, is Metal Gear, the Phantom, whatever it's called, the one that is only like a tech demo. It's a very short one, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm not a Metal Gear Solid, you know, serious junkie by any means, but I decided to try it out. I know it's a very, very short game, and I'm having a lot of fun. The Fox engine that Konami is using for the game really makes things look very realistic, very impressive graphics, and even though I'm not going to pick up Metal Gear Solid 5, it's interesting to try out the game and to see what the Fox engine, the latest version of the Fox engine, is capable of doing for the PlayStation 4. So I'm having a lot of fun. I've rescued the first prisoner in the game, and I guess I'm getting ready to rescue a second prisoner, and I'm assuming after that the game is going to be over. It's supposed to be really short, but it was free, and I'm having a ton of fun with it, so that's what matters, right? And also, I've downloaded the PlanetSide beta, or I'm not sure if it's the beta or if it's the proper game. It's supposed to be like a free-to-play type of game, huge open first-person shooter with a futuristic and sci-fi setting. I'm a pretty big fan of Battlefield games, So I'm looking forward into trying that game. It's on my hard drive, it's on my PS4, I haven't played it yet, but I'm willing to give it a shot. It's a free-to-play game, and it got released just a few days ago, so I haven't really had time to play, but I'm looking forward to trying PlanetSide 2, I believe it's called. It has a subtitle, but I forgot the complete name of the game, but I'm looking forward to trying. It's free to play, so why not? And then let's see, what else did I pick up? Digitally, I picked up 2 Sega 3D classics for the Nintendo 3DS. They were having a sale, 50% off, so instead of paying like $6, I ended up paying $3. So I got the first Sonic game, Sonic the Hedgehog, and I got Space Harrier. Highly recommended. The 3D effect in these ports, or I guess 3D ports is the best way to describe them. It's very good, it's fantastic, so I highly recommend that you guys check those games out if you guys enjoy classic Sega games. So that's it for this month. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next month with more pickups. Take it easy.